I brought you back real quick. I was going to start installing the heads, and I'm still in that. Yeah, I'm still doing it. However, there's a few things about this I didn't expect, and one is the head gaskets. They say front on them. That's pretty typical. It doesn't say top or bottom. But the problem I ran into is both of the head gaskets that come in the kit both say front here, but they're both facing the same direction. So the only option then for me is to actually turn it upside down and use it that way. And although that bothers me, all the holes line up. Yeah, it says as long as these tabs here at the corners are facing forward on the downward side, this is how it's supposed to be. So I guess there's not a difference between top and bottom. You know what I mean? Otherwise they give me the wrong gaskets. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but I don't think there's a big deal there doing that. But I put the gasket on the driver's side. I got the driver's side head right here, and I believe it's ready to go on. I really haven't wiped it down since I got it home, but it looks pretty good. But we're not going to bolt it down right away because what I didn't realize, holy shit, just lost all my brand new cutoff wheels. What I forgot about Ford is that all the bottom bolts here, meaning the ones on the exhaust side, I don't know how to put this down without smashing all my fingers, all require some type of a, I don't want to slide this on there. I just need to grab it from a different place. The bolts go into the water jackets. So there it is. So all these holes over here go into the water jacket, and that's not what I anticipated. I do have something that says use a something that doesn't, some type of a silicone something or other that does not set up hard. So I got it. So I'm going to have to, I think I have something I can use for that, but I'm going to have to get the bolts together and figure out, because the ones on this side they say oil, the ones on this side say that they have to have that silicone garbage on them or whatever. So give me a minute and we'll get that started. Alright, did some quick searching and figured out where all the bolts go that I have, and looks like I need 5 of these. Like I said, I already put those in. They got oil on them. These are going to require some type of they said it's a non-hardening. So I'll just take it at that. It's only 10 bolts hold these. I don't know if I'm putting enough on there or not. Probably not. I don't know. Like I said, not really used to that stuff going into the water jackets, but I remember how much crap was on the threads when I pulled them out, if that makes any sense. I don't remember what size those are. Must be different than that. 5/8? Nope. Anyway, I know this is jumping around and stuff. It's not really what I wanted. Somebody's driving by. I think it's a friend of mine I work with. He's got a 360 Chrysler stroked to a, yeah. Yep, it sounds like him. Stroked to a 408 or something like that. I don't know. Anyway. Alright. Let me get my 11/16 going here. And it is this one. And The socket is so dirty you cannot lay hands on it. Must have rolled over it a million times. All right, here's the deal. I am, I guess I've just done this so often, I just do it this way. And that is the procedure, the torque procedure I follow. But it's torqued like 67 to 72 pounds is what they're calling for here. And I normally, these are not torque to yield bolts on these older engines. But I do it still in 2 stages. I do it at like 45 pounds, and then I'll go to the 70 pounds or 70, wherever I want to put it. And I just do that because I don't like just wrenching down on one side, you know, all together. The cast iron's a lot more forgiving than the aluminum, but I'm just that person. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's how it goes. Now, whether I can hold this still enough for you to watch, I don't know about that. We're going to find out. I'm going to do 45 first. 3, 4. Like I said, she's starting to get a little skippy tooth. I'm going to have to either have it worked on or get a new. I've been wanting a new torque wrench anyway. For those who follow me, when doing this torque to yield, it'd be nice to have one that I could actually do a torque to yield as well as a, you know, just a standard number. Uh-oh, that's what happens. She gets a little skippy tooth every once in a while. Like I said, it's old. It's from 1975. All right, that was 45. I'm going to go straight to 70. 72 is what it calls for a max, 65 to 72. So that's 70 right there. Nice even pulls. Don't jerk. Don't put it at a funny angle. This is number 5. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, you're probably asking yourself, well, are you sure it's doing it right? Well, it feels the same as I'm doing it, if that makes any sense. Uh-oh. Like I said, it's an old Craftsman, and they just don't make them like they used to, as far as I'm concerned. Just going back through and checking them. All right, driver's side head. Now I'll show you from start to finish with an upside down head gasket. And actually, here's the thing. I don't know if I actually, where those videos are going to come out. I told you I'd put this upside down. This is the bad thing or good thing. I don't know which it is about me keeping crap laying around here until I'm done with a project. Both old head gaskets are laying there on the floor. I picked them up. I looked at them. Guess what? Same scenario. They both say front, but one of them was upside down from the other. That's factory Ford. So that must be something that they did. You know, it makes no sense to me, but it's the same setup. Okay, that one says front, and this one also says front. I know it's a little harder to see, but there's the T. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it actually says front, and they are both facing the same direction. So one of them was upside down. I have no words. I mean, I guess it doesn't make a difference. It's gonna work. It ain't gonna work, and this obviously is tried and true, or there'd be a million Fords laying on the side of the road with head gaskets bad, and that actually is not a Ford problem. That is something Ford almost never had issues with it, at least the ones I've been around. They've had a lot of other problems, but head gaskets are not one of them. So that's just in my, oh, I got it backwards. I just cannot get over how heavy these are compared to LS hit. I know the small block Chevys and stuff are too, but whew, these things are heavy. I gotta get this fingers out. I gotta get the fingers out. There we go. There's that one. That was already in. All right. Oh, God. Painful, I tell you. No, let's don't put that up there. That's how little pieces of plastic and bolts and stuff end up in the and somewhere it doesn't belong. A piece of fuzz does not go along with it. This one goes in the front. I had to go watch a video to find out where it went. Holds some bracket somewhere or something. Maybe the ground wire for the... I don't know. I hate to say, I don't know. Oh, don't run out now. Oh, that was my knee. That's what I needed. Where'd it go? Oh, let's drop it 3 or 4 times. Now we're oiling them, because these do not go in the water jacket. And it says specifically, oil them up. Always read the instructions of your whatever gasket set or tool that you are using, because they all have different rules and different regulations and that and the other. Uh-oh. I think the president's coming. Me and my wife. And I just lost where is, what have I done? What? Oh, there it is. I've lost the torque wrench. Alright. Same scenario. I'm going to back it back off to 45. And let's see. 45. Alright, let's go back up to 70. I'm gonna put my foot somewhere to stop this thing from disappearing on me. Oh, my fingers, I didn't have it on there all the way. Oh, there's actually skin now on there. Come on, pay attention. I was actually looking at the camera. Make sure that you were still looking at it. I turned the engine over and never looked. Oh man. Okay. You don't have to go back in sequence order to do this to check, but as I did on the last one, it shouldn't. They shouldn't move at all. I mean, once they're come on. Once they're locked, they're usually pretty locked. All right. Whoo! That's hard on an old man. I'm taking the spring pressure off, although this may be the last time. Unfortunately. Okay, off camera, what I did do, I forgot it's still plugged in, sorry guys. What I did do off camera was I took my impact and tightened the crap out of that bolt for that. That's good. And then let me straighten this engine back up some. And what I did, I ran into some problems here. This is that old dipstick tube, and I know the reflection's probably messing with you. What I did was I cut it about 3 inches, 2 or 3 inches from the end, and then I smashed it flat for quite a bit of it, then curled it over and smashed it flat again. There's no way oil's going to come out of there, but here's my problem. I want to go put it in here. This oil pan, it hit the oil pan, so it wouldn't go all the way down. So I ended up having to cut the other end out, except where the shoulder was that goes into the block itself, and then beat it in. It should stay in there fine. It went in hard, it's not moving, and I had to beat it out last time. After I pulled the pan and stuff off, I couldn't get it out. I ended up having to beat it out from the other end. So I'm not expecting problems from that, but if I have a leak I cannot figure out, which it should not leak. I mean, I smashed that so flat it looks like it was machined that way. So okay, now that the heads are on, I'm going to put some oil in an oil filter and spin an oil filter on to plug up that hole, and then I'm going to take the lifters, and I bought this 1040, kind of a break-in oil for me, because this is a roller engine, doesn't have to have the high zinc garbage. I'm going to lay it on its back, cut it open a little bit, and or I may have to use something bigger. Anyway, I'm going to submerge now. I'm going to have to. 16 lifters will not fit in there submerged. I may have to do it with that Rotella one. I don't know if I have another one that's almost empty or not. I'll have to look around here. But anyway, I'm going to submerge the lifters. It's going to be 3 days probably submerged in oil. You don't have to leave them in there that long, but it's a good idea to leave them at least overnight, just to make sure they're clear full of oil. And anyway, and then I'll bring you back when we go starting putting the top end together. So the next thing I got to do is get the lifters in, the retainers down, get all the push rods in, which I had to replace push rods and rockers also, because they were junk. I'll show you when I put these in, the new ones. Got to get spark plugs bought. I've got said I have the oil pump drive on the way. I bought 2 of them, 2 different sizes, just to make sure I had the right one. I bought a set of plug wires, and I bought that block off plate for that for the mechanical fuel pump. And then, like I said, I've got to put my oil dipstick will go in that hole right there. So anyway, that's where we're at. This thing is almost buttoned up. Basically would have taken me a day straight of just working on it, because everything was already machined, clean, new, you know, whatever. I pretty much cleaned everything except a couple little scrawny things, and I've actually went and took a couple of naps today. I'm not feeling the best. Looks like I got a cold coming on, so I got to work the next 3 daylights. So popping vitamin C and going on from there. But anyway, so I'll bring you back when we get on this a little further.